Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel, man. My name is Anthony. I go by Bluprint 1LE, and today we're going to talk about the best performance cars that you can get that's naturally aspirated, man. We living in the times where everybody want to go boosted, man. Everybody want the boost. Where's the boost? How fast it can go on boost? This time, we're going to talk about the naturally aspirated joints. There's only a few cars that's out here in today's time, believe it or not, that's still naturally aspirated, that still give you that linear power band, that still gives you that raw, authentic feel, man. In this video, we're going to talk about that. Okay, so the very first one on my list, we're going to start out with the 4th generation Mazda Miata, man. Yes, it coming in at a base price of 30 grand, but depends on how you spec it out. You know, that price can increase, but it comes with a whopping 181 horsepower. That's packed in a small car, man. That's phenomenal. They upgrade the steering wheel twice, and they upgrade the suspension and the limited slip differential on these Mazda Miatas in the 4th generation. Now for this, if y'all want to know more information, shout out to my boy Q the Chaotic. Y'all go check out his channel, man, because he has the ND3 Mazda Miata, man, and he did a comparison on both. Be sure to go check out his channel, man, because he give you all the content, all the details you need about the Mazda Miata versus what I can give you guys. But that is the number one on my list. We just started from the cheapest all the way to the highest, man, and that's the very first one coming in on my list. It's hot for the second place, man, is that if you still got 30 grand and you within that price range and you want a little bit more horsepower, you cannot beat the Subaru BRZ or the Toyota GR86 for 228 horsepower. I mean, these cars are practically the same, so no matter if you team Toyota or you team Subi, I mean, you can't go wrong with either one. They pretty much share the same platform. And the Subaru BRZ, my bad, TS has the STI tuned chassis and suspension. So if you guys are fanboys of the STI, there you go. In a smaller platform, there you go. That can handle and cut the canyons or back road driving, however you want to drive, there you go. And what's good about both of these cars, especially with the Mazda Miata, is that you can still get it in a manual transmission. So you can still roll those gears, man. So for 30 grand, coming at the base price, however you want to spec it out, you can get you a Subaru BRZ or a Toyota GR86 that's still naturally aspirated, and you can still have fun with those cars. Okay, so we moving up the chain here, man, and y'all know if it's naturally aspirated, this is my favorite. If you don't know, and that's that Chevy Camaro that makes 455 horsepower, 455 torque out the factory. That's naturally aspirated, that LT1 engine, man. So you coming in hot with a base price of 40,000. So you up 10 grand increase. Depends on how you spec the last two cars I've mentioned to you guys. But this one here, you coming out the box hot, you coming out fast, you coming out stylish, and it's iconic. So even though it's continued in 2024, that's the last model year, the Chevrolet Camaro is still one of the best sought after cars to go after. Plus, if you get in the SS1LE, the one that I have, the variant, y'all check out my channel because I got plenty of content around this car, around this FS platform. It's the way to go. You got you a perfect, underrated track car, man. Y'all can just Google and YouTube Camaro SS1LE. If you get that trim level, that is like the best one you can get for 45K that can compete way above its weight class with the Porsches and the Lamborghinis and any other track car you could think of. Those are just a few that I named that I was on the road course with. But for 40 grand, in today's time, for how well that car is designed and stacked up, you can't go wrong with a Camaro SS1LE making 455 horsepower. So that's number 3. Okay, man, so these naturally aspirated cars keep climbing in numbers, man. I'm excited for it because there's nothing like NA cars, man. That's just my opinion. Them the type of power bands that I like. But going up this list, man, coming in hot. If you all guys want 45 more extra horsepower from the Boss 302, from the Mach 1 that's coming in, you can get the Ford Dark Horse, man. Now, the price is getting steep, though, for that 500 horsepower. Ford not letting you get in it for nothing. So for 60K base price, you can get the Ford Mustang Dark Horse, man. And that last generation, I assume that's going to be the last generation, is nice. I'm not a big Mustang guy, but out of all these generations, this is like my favorite one. Maybe because it looks like a Camaro a little bit. They did copy some body panels from the 6th gen Camaro to this one, and maybe that's why I like it. That's just my biased opinion. But I mean, I like the interior of it and everything like that. But for 60 grand base price, you can get you a Ford Mustang Dark Horse. And I'm not gonna lie though, that Ember Blue, I believe that's the name of it, is nice. I really like the way it look. I seen it when I went to the Detroit Auto Show, and I love the color and everything. And I know Race Car 21 probably like the Dark Horse too, but he has the GT 350. Shout out to Race Car 21. Y'all check out his channel if y'all want to look at his Mustang. But you can't go wrong with that Mustang, because Ford has just continued to just go up and up and up and refine it till they got to this point. And the Dark Horse is pretty much one of my favorites. If I had to get a Mustang, it was either had to be the Mach 1 or the Dark Horse, man. And I really like how the Dark Horse look in today's time. But for naturally aspirated, if you want a little bit more horsepower that's a little slightly faster than the Camaro SS, this the one to get. So put this on your list if you want naturally aspirated. Mustang Dark Horse, you throw a Whipple on there, you good. I seen somebody that got a stage 2 Whipple, and they made about around like 800 rear wheel horsepower. So for 40 grand, for 60 grand plus the extra 70 grand and whatever you go to, like we'll say 75K, you can make 800 horsepower, and that car is up there, phenomenal, man. But that's adding boost. We talking about naturally aspirated, staying in A, because that's the game I like to play. Okay, man, last but not least, we're just gonna say for the base price for 70 grand, because GM, them Chevy boys, is not playing. So they giving you 3 options, depends on how deep your wallet is. So if you want to stay in A, I mean, you can get the Chevrolet Corvette, and they're giving you 3 options, man. So you can get the Stingray, you can get the E-Ray, or you can get the Z06. So you pick your poison on which one you want. And that ranges from a series of horsepower, depends on how deep your pockets is. So you can go from 478 horsepower all the way up to 600 plus horsepower, man. So all naturally aspirated, all sounding good, and it's just different variants. So you got the LT2 engine all the way to the LT6. I think that's what it is on the Z06. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm going off the top of my head. Drop a comment below. And also drop a comment below if you're getting value from this video, because it's NA. I don't see too many people talking about NA content. I know a lot of people talking about going boosted, but not too many talking about how many NA cars you can get. Maybe because the population is so small, and I'm giving that to you guys. So y'all drop a comment below on that. But GM is not playing around when it comes to the naturally aspirated small block LT engines, man. One that's high, pure naturally aspirated. You got one that's a hybrid. That's the E-Ray, that's naturally aspirated with the electric assist to help you go faster. And then if that's not enough horsepower, you can just jump up to the next platform. That's that Z06 flat plane engine, and that's just chef's kiss. So y'all choose which one y'all want if y'all want to stay naturally aspirated with Chevy. And last but not least, I'm going to consider this honorable mention because I gave you guys 5 brands to choose from. But this last one is my favorite, and that is the Porsche. So you can get the Porsche Cayman GT4. You can get the Porsche, not the Porsche Cayman GT4, the Porsche Cayman GTS. You can get the 718 Boxer, or you can get the Porsche 911. But y'all know if y'all going with Porsche, Porsches is not cheap, as I did in my last video. So if you guys want a Porsche, if you got the bag, this is for people who got the bag for 100 grand plus base price, these are the 3 models that you can get. So those are my honorable mentions. These are all the cars that I feel like you can still buy in today's time. That's not turbocharged, that's not supercharged, just straight, raw, naturally aspirated, reliable motor and a platform that you can play with and enjoy for a long time to come. That offers still the manual transmission, which is nice about all these cars. So Porsche is the only one that doesn't offer it. But all the other cars that I named, you can still get them in a automatic or you get them a manual transmission. So y'all pick your pill. So like that, man, that's going to wrap this video up. If you guys like this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And like that, I'm out.